Moro groups.
Located in the southern part of the Philippines.
The Moro groups are Muslim communities living mainly in Mindanao, Sulu, and Palawan. The term Moro was first used by the Spaniards to describe them, but it later became a symbol of identity and unity. There are 13 major Moro groups, including the Maguindanaoan, Maranao, Tausug, Yakan, Salabao, Iranon, Calagan, Molbog, Palawani, Sangil, Badjao, and Kalibugan. Each group has its own culture, traditions, and language. Islam reached the region around the 13th century through trade, which led to the rise of the Sultanates of Sulu and Maguindanao. The Sultanates of Sulu and Maguindanao were powerful, independent Muslim states that ruled vast territories in the southern Philippines before and during the early period of Spanish colonization. These sultanates resisted Spanish colonizations for more than 300 years and also struggled against American control. After Philippine independence, the Moros faced land loss and marginalization, which gave rise to groups like the Moro National Liberation Front or MNLF and Moro Islamic Liberation Front MILF. Their struggle for self-rule eventually led to the creation of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or BARMM, in 2019. Today, the Moro people continue to preserve their identity, culture, and aspiration for peace and progress.
Now, let's explore the geographic location of the Moro group. We will see where they mainly live, their homelands, and the richness of their landscapes. The Moro people mainly live in Sulu and Palawan. These areas are in the southern part of the Philippines, where their culture and traditions are strongly preserved. The three main provinces of the Moro homeland are Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, and Lanao. Sulu is in the southern Sulu archipelago and was the center of the Sultanate of Sulu. Tawi-Tawi is the southernmost province, also part of the Sulu archipelago. Lanao is in inland Mindanao and is home to the Maranao people. Let's take a look at the abundant landscapes of the Moro people. Lanao. Lanao is rich in forests that provide wood and other resources, and it has fertile farmland for growing crops. Budbongao. Budbongao has abundant coastal resources and surrounding small islands, which are ideal for fishing and support the livelihood of the Moro people. Last but not the least, Sulu. Sulu has fertile land that allows the Moro people to grow crops, and its seas are rich with fish and other marine sources.
Language and culture of Moro groups in Philippines. Moro groups are the Muslim ethno-linguistic communities of Mindanao, Sulu, and Palawan in the southern Philippines. They're not a single ethnic groups but several distinct groups with their own languages, traditions, and identities. These are the major languages among Moro groups. Tausug is spoken in Sulu, Basilan, and parts of Zamboanga. Maguindanaon is spoken in Maguindanao and parts of Cotabato. Maranao is spoken around Lake Lanao in Lanao del Sur. Sama Badjao is spoken by seafaring communities in Tawi-Tawi. The Badjao are often called sea gypsies because of their nomadic lifestyle on boats. Yakan is spoken in Balisan. Others include Iranon, Calagan, Sangil, Molbog, and Palawani. Arabic is used mainly for religious purposes, reading the Quran, Islamic prayers, and as a prestige language. Culture of Moro. Religion. Islam deeply influenced Moro identity, shaping laws, traditions, and daily practices, halal food, prayers, modest dress. It influences not only worship and spirituality, but also daily practices and following Islamic values. Adat, customary law, traditional laws and customs coexist with Islamic law Sharia. Family and kinship. Clan ties are strong. Leadership often revolves around datus, traditional leaders. Leadership often revolves around the datus, traditional leaders who guide their communities through both authority and lineage. Intricate ochre motifs, floral and geometric designs on woodwork, textiles, and metal. These designs symbolize identity and artistry. Kulintang, an ensemble of gongs and drums unique to Mindanao. It is both a form of entertainment and a way of preserving cultural identity. Rich oral traditions, such as epics, chants, and storytelling.
Ang topic na ibabahagi ko sa inyo ngayon ay tungkol sa unique traits of the Moro group in the Philippines. Una, ang pinakaunang katangian ng mga Moro group ay ang kanilang matibay na pananampalataya sa Islam. Ang Islam ay hindi lang relihiyon para sa kanila, kundi gabay sa buong pamumuhay. So, ibig sabihin, mula sa pagkain, pananamit, panalangin, hanggang sa pakikitungo sa kapwa, lahat ay nakaangkala sa kanilang pananampalataya. Ikalawa, kilala ang Moro people sa kanilang pakikipagkapwa at pagkakaisa ng komunidad. Para sa kanila, mahalaga ang pamilya, extended family at buong community. Malakas ang kanilang respeto sa mga nakatatanda at pinuno tulad ng mga datu at sultan na gumagabay sa kanilang pamumuhay. Ikatlo, sobrang yaman ng Moro group pagdating sa sining at kultura. Isipin natin, may mga hobby sila tulad ng malong at inol, na hindi lang simpleng tela kundi bahagi ng kanilang pagkakakinanlan. Ang mga disenyo ay may kasamang kulay at patterns na may ibig sabihin, tulad ng okir. At syempre, hindi natin pwedeng kalimutan ang kanilang katapangan at katatagan. So kung babalikan ang kasaysayan, ang mga Moro people ay kilala bilang matapang na mandirigma na tumutol sa pananakop ng mga Kastila. Habang maraming bahagi ng Pilipinas ay na-colonize, ang mga Moro ay nanindigan at pinaglaban ang kanilang kalayaan.
Challenges and issues that the Moro people are currently facing. Despite their contributions to our culture and society, they continue to face many difficulties in their everyday lives. Let us go through these challenges one by one together with some examples. One of the most serious issues for the Moro people is peace and security. Even though peace agreements have been signed, conflicts still occur in some areas. The 2017 Marawi siege is a clear example, where thousands of families lost their houses and livelihood because of violence. Another issue is poverty. According to national surveys, the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region has one of the highest poverty rates in the country. Many families rely on farming or fishing, but because of limited support, their income is not enough. The third one is education. In some Moro areas, schools are too far away and classrooms are overcrowded. For instance, in Tawi-Tawi, some children have to ride boats just to reach school. Many students also drop out because their families cannot afford transportation, uniforms, or school supplies. The fourth one is the governance and autonomy. The Moro people now have their own autonomous region, called the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. This is an achievement, but the implementation still faces challenges. For example, in some towns, corruption and weak leadership make it hard for projects to reach the people. The next one is the social and cultural issues. Many Moros experience being judged unfairly just because they are Muslim. For example, when the Marawi siege happened, some Moros outside Mindanao were treated with suspicion, even if they were not connected to the conflict. Infrastructure and services are also lacking in many Moro communities. Some villages do not have proper hospitals or health centers. For example, in island provinces like Basilan and Sulu, people sometimes need to travel for hours by boat to get medical help. Clean water and electricity are also not always available, especially in far-flung rural areas. Lastly, land and ancestral domain remain a sensitive issue. Many Moros were displaced from their lands during the colonial period and even after independence. Today, land disputes between Moro families, settlers, and indigenous groups are still common. For example, in parts of Maguindanao, some Moro farmers struggle to reclaim farmland that has been taken over by private landowners.